Hello folks, welcome to the Embargo Man channel. Okay, so this is the first video of 2024 and I'm going to tell you why and the reason why. This is very important. This is one of these topics that I'm going to tell you around. Okay, so what's going to happen in 2024 this year, it is what's going to happen. Well, the thing is what's going to happen is that I mean that I could tell you about the MLS versus the other leagues. That means okay, so was going to be all this was going to be of planning what it is. The topic of this video is Oklahoma MLS plus Thunder equals Sonics. Okay? Why it is. Okay, so it is like it is, right? So I was watching TV. I'm not in the US right now, but you know what's going on when Messi came into the picture, right? So not everybody was at the Miami Heat basketball game. Everybody went to the soccer game, right? So I mean, it's not just that, and probably even an MLB game was held and it was empty seats, right? Okay, this thing is going to happen right here in 2024, and what we got there is the suggestion of what if these things come. Okay, you have, if there's an MLS team in Oklahoma City, okay, would it be a soccer town? Okay, so this is one question in particular. Oklahoma City has the Thunder because I remember because I noticed by 2008 or something like that, or most recently, they moved the Sonics to Oklahoma City, and I bet people in Seattle, Washington, they wanted they like saddened to see the Sonics go away. They went from Seattle to Oklahoma, and then they call it the Oklahoma City. By the way, I'm wearing a David Bowie shirt, right? The Oklahoma City Thunder, right? So, in the case of all these things, in the case scenario of all this, I mean, I mean the worst case scenario and the worst case to have happen is not the NBA, it's not the NBA, but the MLB. Okay, so sports bring people together, and when sports bring people together, there's also is an era of a time of the steroid era. I mean, Major League Baseball and the steroid era, and what else could happen after all this is that people who used to be going to baseball games because of those monster home runs every single night, like there's 50 home runs. This is going to happen. That might probably going to happen this year. But all this, what's gonna happen is just gonna be the lockout is gonna be more political than anything, and what it is well, Oklahoma City don't have a MLB team, but that's gonna be something in the situation that was gonna happen with the MLB, right? So the NBA, on the other hand, the NBA, on the other hand, has his followers, has his fan base, and Seattle as a sports team. I mean, what it is, about all this that I could find out really. MLS Oklahoma plus Thunder equals Sonics. Well, would this affect? Since Messi came to Miami, I mean, this was effectively more like, okay, still have the Miami Heat fans not losing it, but people going to soccer. Soccer, the MLS has created empty ballparks. All right, empty baseball parks is when the MLS has created. I mean, the effect or something of that league, it would turn the NFL into the number 2 league, right? NFL is going to be number 2. Just remember that, right? So the effects of all this, the effects of soccer versus other sports, is that what if the MLS came to Oklahoma City? All right, MLS Oklahoma MLS, right? What would the Oklahoma MLS teams? What is the Major League Soccer team for Oklahoma City? I mean, this sport is called, even football here. I'm in Colombia. It's called football here. I'm just saying international football. Soccer was called in the US and Canada. Establish an MLS team in Oklahoma City. What will happen to the Thunder? I mean, what will happen to the Thunder? Let me tell you what is going to happen, all right? The possibility of an MLS team in Oklahoma City is for the fate of Seattle, Washington, right? The fate of Seattle, Washington, and what they do with all sports. I believe that if Oklahoma City, that I believe if it would become more of a soccer town, then Thunder, the Oklahoma City Thunder, put it that way. I don't know about the other teams, right? So I don't know if they don't have just the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma MLS plus Thunder equals Sonics. That would be that if people are going in there in Oklahoma City, see that there's an MLS team, I think they will receive it well. What will happen with the Thunder is that people will decide will decide between seeing the Oklahoma City Thunder or the MLS Oklahoma City franchise. I mean, if it will be called the Oklahoma Silvers or whatever, I don't know what the MLS will call their Oklahoma City team. If Oklahoma City receives an MLS team, then the Thunder will have the chance to move to Seattle. And I will tell you why. My aspect of this is that, look what happened with the Inter Miami. Inter Miami might just even help out in that course if there is no such thing. I hope there's gonna be no more lockout, because a lockout is this what happened with the MLB, that with the Inter Miami might help bring Quebec a baseball team. The Expos would be back to Montreal. As that's what I could expect. It MLS Inter Miami equals probably a better chance for Montreal to get their Expos back, right? That's what I believe. But then MLS Oklahoma City, Seattle will get their Sonics back. And I'll tell you why, right? It's like the sports landscape is just turn around. It just turned around right there. 2024, we believe, is going to be the worst year for the MLB, even with game improve, even if the game improve with lots of baseball players, mostly Jewish, taking PEDs, and what is and it's going all political. There's the 2024 lockout. Well, the 2024 MLB lockout is just aside. Put it aside with that. Now let's focus MLS and NBA. All right, so MLS in Oklahoma City. Then, which stars would be if Ronaldo were to be going to play for Oklahoma City? If one of the other players, let's say from Argentina, let's say from Mbappé from France, going to play in Oklahoma City MLS. Yes, Oklahoma City MLS. What was the chances for the Thunder to become the Sonics? I mean, the possibility of an MLS team in Oklahoma City, that there was going to be a 99% chance that the Thunder become the Sonics. Let me tell you why. Because for over all these years, out of all the sports franchises, I mean, you have the Seattle Mariners in baseball. Well, I mean, I'm gonna feel sorry for them because of the the steroid era returns, but in a different, the lockout would be in a political standpoint, right? The NFL have the Seahawks. Now do you have an MLS team an MLS team in Seattle, and now you have Seattle has now the Kraken. Well, where would the Kraken go? I mean, most likely, because of an MLS team in Seattle, maybe the Kraken will go to some other state or somewhere, or maybe they might go to Canada. All right, so that would be a chance. If you have include an MLS team in Oklahoma City, it would probably you'll have the Oklahoma City Thunder becoming the Seattle Supersonics, right? I mean, this will be that if it is in 2025, if an MLS team will be coming to Oklahoma City in 2025, there is a bigger chance that the Thunder become the Sonics, a bigger chance that the Seattle, Washington get their basketball team back, right? They're going to get their NBA franchise back, right? Because they are missing something in their portfolio. It was called a basketball. It was the Sonics town, right? So the Oklahoma City Thunder becomes the Seattle Sonics. MLS Oklahoma would pave the way to Seattle. It would pave the way that the Thunder becomes the Sonics again. And that will be it. So I mean, write me in the comments whatever you think of it. So what is the chance if there's an MLS franchise, a Major League Soccer franchise, what is the chance if an MLS franchise goes to Oklahoma City could be for the Thunder to become the Sonics? Write me a comment. So I believe that if an MLS team comes to Oklahoma City, in my aspects that I believe if an MLS team come to Oklahoma City, I believe the Thunder will become the Seattle Sonics. I bet it would, because I bet that the power of this sport of soccer, or what is called international football, will lead other sports coming out within the United States, within there, replacing a team that is going somewhere else. In the case of Inter Miami, it would have the chance that Montreal will get their Expos back, with Oklahoma City in the other side. That means that the MLS team is in Seattle, Washington. The Kraken might go to another part of Canada. But but if you have an MLS team in Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma City Thunder will become the Seattle Sonics. So, write me a comment, please. Don't forget to subscribe to the Embargo Man channel. Happy 2024, everyone. Stay tuned. Okay, for the people in Seattle, Washington, I wish that an MLS franchise could come to Oklahoma City, so you guys could get back sooner or later your Sonics back. Goodbye, folks.